Hi everybody, Riley here for another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Today we're talking about breeding egg scatterers. Now, egg scatterers are those fish that just lay the eggs sink to the bottom of the substrate, and they don't really care about the eggs. The primary purpose of them extracting the egg is to get it out of the system, and the male is so driven with hormones that they release a mint that sometimes fertilize these eggs, right? Egg scatterers are really funny set of creatures, aquatic creatures, because they actually consume the eggs after they have actually laid them. So a few minutes after the process of laying the egg and fertilize the egg have actually ended, both the male and the female will go in search of the egg and consume them, and the cycle continues. Now, in breeding egg scatterers, a little bit technical as a fish breeder, because you have to set up a way in which the egg is actually preserved. So what I do, I have what you call a breeding basket, or an area where the fish is placed in, and the fish, the male and the female, usually one at a time, is placed into this mesh, this basket, where the male will actually chase the female around, the eggs will be extracted, and the male will actually spit mint on the egg. But before the egg is eaten, well, it's the egg is being prevented from being eaten because it's in the egg actually falls through the mesh, right? That's the basket, right? So whenever the male and the female have actually completed the process of that little mingling around, the going in search of the egg is like, it's impossible for them to reach the egg. So what you do now, you remove the basket with the fish and allow the egg to sit there at the base of the substrate until it hatches, right? Those eggs that doesn't hatch, some persons opt to actually remove them, while some persons actually, uh, let them stay. It is good to have gravel substrate whenever you have egg scatterers and you're trying to breed them, because what the gravel does, and some persons use marble, yeah, marble that you use in your decorations. In Jamaica, we say we play marble, those little round shiny things. You place them in the aquarium. What it does is that the egg from the egg scatterers, whether it be Daniels, whether it be tiger barbs, filament barbs, or black skirt tetra, and you know the rest of them, right? The egg actually fall between the creases of these gravel, fine gravel and large gravel, the marble, and the fish is unable to actually go between it and consume the eggs. The thing is that as soon as the fries are free swimming, the fries will actually swim up above the level of the substrate, and the parents will actually consume them. So therefore, if you are sure that eggs were laid, it would be great for you to actually move the parents and just sit and wait on the eggs to hatch. A point to note here is that with egg scatterers, the male can be so forceful that it actually chases the female around that little space that you have them there in the basket, until the female gets so tired and stressed that it actually dies. So you will have to now know when to stop the process. And usually in stopping the process, you will separate again. By the way, before you actually reach the level where you put the male and the female together, you will actually separate the male and the female egg scatterer. For example, I have some black skirt tetra. I place the black skirt tetra female in one aquarium while the male is in another, right? After a certain amount of days or weeks, when the black skirt tetra looks a little fat as if it's going to burst, then now I put them in the basket. I put it in the basket as the female. I do it one at a time in the basket, and the male, I look for the male, and I actually so I would actually condition the excator female and the male for breeding. I would feed the excator male and a female independently of each other. That means they are in separate containers, aquariums, whatever you call it. I will feed them high protein food for a good amount of time, getting them body really, I call it now, full of nutrients. They up there. Their muscles are built up. they're ready to go. And as soon as it is time for them to actually, do the releasing and the fertilizing, I'll do that. And then at the end of that process, what I'll do, I remove the female and the male, place them in different aquariums again, and I will just sit and I will wait on the fries to be free swimming. Now, after a while, what I'll do, I put all the fries in one area, and as long as the female, it doesn't look as if it has eggs or it is that bulky enough to have the male be hormone driven to chase it, I place them together. But once the female look bulky, whether it be day nose, filament barbs, tiger barbs, black skirt tetra, I separate them because I don't want the chasing to begin. I'm not there. Eggs are actually, extracted from the female, and they are consumed, and the both, or everybody within, or every fish within the aquarium, the tank mates within the aquarium, um, gouge on the fries. Sorry, gouge on the eggs, letting it be a common thing for them to get a taste and a like to this. I don't want that. So therefore, I separate the females, females in one aquarium, male in one aquarium. And whenever it comes on to time for breeding again, they look fat and ready again to, extract eggs. I place the male and the female together, and that's a process, right? And building the stock, uh, building going forward, that's the best alternative choice. This is really here for another fish keeping Jamaica. Thank you very much for stopping by. Bye bye for now. Cool.